Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Rice Owls, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The give out of the gun. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Smashes ahead. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Bulldogs have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Georgia! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Rice's offense will have its first possession of the game. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a
And he's running in the open. He's at the 40, the 20, he's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big, big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Give to the running back. Quick spin on the ride. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Georgia sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Floating away. Got it behind the line. It's Fowler. And the Owls get enough for the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in on the left. Nothing but green ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rice.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Hard-hitting tackle.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down and shoot. And I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
He'll pull it on the read. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Now on second and short. After the run, now to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Ready to try the point after. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. With the catch, it's Cummings. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off play action on first down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide out in motion. They go to the ground. Fakes his man out. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Auburn is currently trailing but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Kentucky. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that pass picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Cummings. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Ball marked at the 26, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Handoff to the lone back.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. All the way down to the 15-yard line, it's first down. They'll throw it from the red zone, feeling some heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. We got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Grabs it in the middle. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll go to the air. And the ball is intercepted. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the ground game. At the 20, he's got space. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Back to throw, it's Sampson. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
And the D deny them on second and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Owls. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got, and that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He's got the back in the middle. Touchdown, Rice! And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Got the quick pass. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal.
He tries to take the top off. And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on third down. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And third down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, men. The end of a very entertaining first two quarters of football in Athens. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through two quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number one for that opposing sideline. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They'll open the second half with a run. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a crease to the left. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Looking to pass. It's Sampson. And the third down pass is incomplete.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up 4th down.
He gets a block. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the first down after making the catch. 4th and short now. Let's see what they do.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Leaves it with the running back. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Owls will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got a man, it's Cummings. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. And the beatdown has ensued.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it and drive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes the connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Georgia sends out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Scanning the field, it's Sampson. Makes the catch. Putting together. The first down at the 36. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cummings. Oh, it's loose. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
These wide receivers are so fast.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Hands it off. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. That's reeled in. It's Cummings. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position. 3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Barges ahead. Touchdown Owls. And the pummeling has started.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He'll start this drive firing. They're working that left side. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Try to get it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down. Do you think that coach really had any doubt? He's in his own territory, but you only have a few inches to go.
Go, go, go. I don't care what side of the field it is, 4th and inches. I'm going for it. I like my chances.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Sampson. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Owls. And the route is on. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds the big tight end. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. The 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rice. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Carr. Makes the catch and knocked down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Now on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Sampson. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's coming. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents, start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.